Me because I just recorded a whole fucking video and none of it captured on camera. None of it captured on camera. What the fuck? But damn, man, that really is that's sucky, man. That was real. That was coming from the fucking heart. Fuck. Can't. You can't make that shit up, bro. Damn, you can't script that shit again. Thought I heard something moving. But what I was saying in that video is it's the art of running away. You feel me? The art of running away. It's so easy, man. What I said in the video before this was I went over the 3 things that happened to me in these past little 3-4 weeks, and how it makes me reflect on the ways I would run away. I described it as I took 3 L's these past few weeks. I lost my relationship, I lost my car, and I lost my phone. All 3 with my relationship. I defined it as I gotta make another video about some too, but I defined it as as long as my relationship is good, my life is good. Like, I would completely throw myself into some relationships, or I would throw myself into the relationship and put my all and forget about myself. And of course, as you can see, you know, that can be easily to my detriment. With my car, it took away my ability to completely separate myself from this environment that I live in. Not that it's a bad environment, it's a boring and mundane one. My room is what I'm talking about. My room is a decently sized room, and sometimes it feels so empty. It feels so empty sometimes. My room. It feels so empty and sad when I look around sometimes. Like, I don't know, and I feel like in this room, like, my thoughts bounce off the walls, and my feelings come back at me, and I have nowhere to go, and that's why I left my car. It took me out this prison we call our rooms, you know. But at the same time, it's low key like, thank God that my car doesn't work right now, because it brings me in my room. It keeps me trapped within my thoughts, you know. I feel as though we need to be alone with our thoughts. We need to be alone in the room. I have to check this timer again. Excuse me. We need to be alone in our room sometimes, bro. But hold up, we're gonna get back to that. No, we're not. I'm gonna talk about it. We need to be alone in our rooms, man. We need to be alone with our thoughts. We need to sit down with our thoughts, man. We do. I do. For the longest time, like, I will feel some type of way. I will feel bored. I will feel lost. I will feel fucking hopeless. And I would just hop in my car and go somewhere, anywhere that wasn't in my room, so I could take my mind off things. Just put my focus elsewhere and completely ignore the feelings that I'm feeling, you know. That's how I feel like it is with this room. I mean, that's how I felt with my car. It would completely take me out of the situation I'm in and put me in a new one. It would distract me. It would, you know, I realized with my car, like, I would just not be home. I wouldn't be home until like 8:30, 8 o'clock. And at that time, it's bedtime. I go to sleep. But if I would go to sleep, and I wouldn't think nothing of what's going on. I wouldn't have the same thoughts I would have if I was home. I wouldn't have the same type of time I would have if I was home. I wouldn't, you feel what I'm saying, man? Like, it just always took me out my predicament, and would help me ignore the problems I have going on, the things I want to think about, but I don't give my chances to think about. And with my phone, like, Of course, doom scrolling, social media, the easy distraction in our damn pocket, you know, like all those things. All those things just distracted me, kept me from myself. And another thing with all three of those things, those are sources outside of myself. Those are sources that fulfill me from outside of myself, you know? Now I even have the tendencies now, like today, bro, like I didn't do shit today. I got home and I watched YouTube, bro. When I got home from work. Be warm in the snowstorm, bro. But like I just got home and watched YouTube when I got off work, bro. Like these tools are just like they don't lie when they say you need the right tool for the right job. You feel me? You need the right tool for the to have an efficient work, to work efficiently. The right tools you need. And I feel as though they like it's so easy to get our hands on the tools that destroy us. It's so easy, man. Like I understand when they say like give him the rope, he hang himself. You know, that's I understand what they say now. Give him the rope, he'll hang himself. Like, damn. It's so easy to get lost in all of this. It's so easy to get lost in all of this. It's so easy, and I don't know why they make it so easy, man. Make it so easy. I don't want to run away from myself. I always do it. It's these problems that are deeply instilled in us that we fear. I fear, man. Like, it's so easy to run away, especially when the problems are years ongoing. Especially when the problems feel like they're embedded in our character, in our personality, in the way we live life. It's so hard to change sometimes, you know. I feel as though the mind and body, the body remembers, the mind's on a different page, you feel me? The body always remembers, the body always craves that feeling. The body always craves that instinctual reach into my pocket, grab my phone. The body always craves fucking the drugs that you on, or fucking the things you watch, or something like that. You feel me? Like, the body remembers, the mind want to move on. And that's why I feel like it's such a hellscape. I'm being extreme. I don't care. That's why I feel like it's such a hellscape, man. Like, it's a battle between mind and body, and it's so hard for them to get on the same page sometimes. I feel like it's so hard for them to get on the same page. To be running away from yourself, man, it sucks. It's draining. It literally drains you. You know, it drains you. And when you finally have the thought that there's nothing else to do, I feel like after that, after you realize that there's nothing else to do, like, I feel like it's such a sad thing. Like, fuck, I'm just gonna sit alone with my thoughts and contemplate. Fucking contemplate, right? But also, like, for me at least, in my journey of not only running away from self, but also coming towards self, I love my room. I know that's crazy, I just cursed it. But I'll tell you right now, there's a mirror to my right. I just stand in front of that mirror and talk to myself. I just stand in front of my mirror and talk to myself. Last night I was rapping to myself. I was feeling a fucking flow state. And I say that because, like, the tools that I needed to destroy myself are no longer there. Some of them are. I have a laptop. But the tools that I needed to destroy myself are no longer there. And I feel like I'm able to climb out this pit. I feel like I'm able to return to myself, or however that may be. I really do feel like I can. And Also in the clip, let's check this thing. Hold up. Okay, we good. I don't know when it ends, so that's unfortunate. But also, like in the clip before this one, I was talking about how it's so hard to be there for yourself. It's so hard not to run away from yourself, because to not run away from yourself, I feel like, especially when the problems have been so instilled in you, and they run so deep, and there's so many layers in it, man. You have to be devoted. You have to be devoted. It takes a lot of discipline, a lot of mindfulness, a lot of, no, I'm not going to do that. You know, a lot of strength, man. It takes a lot. You have to be devoted to yourself to really come back to yourself, to stop running away. You have to be devoted, man. You do. You have to be devoted. Because it's not easy at all. It's by far from easy, bro. It's by far from easy. It's not. It's the hardest thing you can do. Not the hardest, but it's up there. To be devoted to yourself. I'm sure it gets easy after a time, but at the start, man, I'm 19. I got problems from when I'm 16, man. I'm trying to unlearn. But 16 and before, you feel me? Deeply instilled problems, you know, and it's hard. It is. It's hard. But by each passing day, I feel like I learned something in my day, bro. I learned something from in my days, bro, and I try my hardest not to forget them. But sometimes I feel like I'm just too hard on myself, especially with feeling having to be devout. I'm so hard on myself. I'm childish. I'm so hard on myself, man. Because like I said, it's a battle between mind and body. Your mind knows what you can be, but your body prohibits that. You know? Your mind knows what you want to be, but your body prohibits that. And it's such a discouraging feeling when you don't live up to your own expectations. You don't follow through with what you say. It's so discouraging. I know the scenery just changed. My fault. Shit cut out. Now I went outside a little bit. Yeah, it cut me off, but I was saying it's so discouraging whenever, you know, that mind and body doesn't sync. It's so discouraging when you see yourself constantly make mistakes in the person you want to be. It's so discouraging. But the flip side, like, it's also very beautiful when you give yourself the opportunity to allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to think, and allow yourself to do the things that make you happy, and do the things that actually bring you joy, and not run away from yourself. It is very fulfilling when you confront yourself. You know, it's very fulfilling. Like yesterday, I was at the library, like reflecting on the things that I've said in the past. Me, like, I'm a person who loves a good quote. I love a good quote. I do. I love the beauty in what other people say, and for the first time yesterday, I reflected back on my own writings, and I reflected back on them and quoted them. You know, it was a quote, bro, I had said. It was, nonetheless, it'll all be a bad memory in a few weeks anyway. No, it's like, nonetheless, it'll all be a flashback in a few weeks anyway. And I love that quote, man. No, it'll all be a flashback in due time. It'll all be a flashback. So much beauty out there, man. It is. Man. It's just so tiring running away. Okay, I'm ready. Running away, man. You never get anywhere. That's the thing. You're doing all this running just to never get anywhere. You're doing all this running to not get shit where, bro. You're not advancing nothing. You're not advancing nothing. And you're doing all this running. For what? What are you scared of? What are you scared of? Yourself? Understandable. It's understandable. Because I feel like it's not just ourselves, you feel me? There's something inside of us that's not ourself. It's us. But it's not the us we think of, you know? It's something else that we're scared to confront, scared to talk to. I feel like, if that makes sense. Like in the sense of like, you don't know what yourself might reveal. And speaking of I like quotes. There's a quote that's called, like, especially when you like this quote. I like this quote because I relate to it. I feel like sometimes my thoughts are not my own. I feel like sometimes my thoughts are out of control of myself, and they do what they want. You know, I'm not even walking them on the leash. Like, I'm walking the dog, but the leash is on the ground. I'm just walking next to the dog. You feel me? Um, he has said, I forget the context of it. I think it's like observing your thoughts or some shit like that. He has said it's like walking into your garage and seeing all your tools fly around independently from your own will. As in, like, all your tools are flying around doing whatever they like, and you have no control over it. I fuck with that quote. Because I feel like oftentimes, like, we have no control over our thoughts. And I think that's why we try to run away so much, because we have no control over our thoughts, because we don't know what we might think. You know? You don't know what you might think, you know? Especially people who feel like they're so, they stand on top of anything that they might do, anything they stay on top of their beliefs without questioning them, or just being stuck in their ways and stubborn. You feel me? I understand that I might be afraid, because sometimes, like, my biggest fear with getting to know myself more is that I'm nothing like the person I think I am. That I'm nothing like the person that I think I am. That I'm some type of different guy, different person, completely from the one I think of myself as. You know? I hope you know. And that's a scary feeling, man. It is. It is, man. It's a scary feeling. To break through all the walls that you thought were secure, you know? It's also a good feeling you break through all the walls that you thought was holding you back. That's another thing with getting to know yourself. Who are you when you are reduced to nothing? Who are you when you lose everything? When you no longer have a phone to look at, a house or a roof under you, no one to call to. It's just you, the clothes on your back, and your thoughts inside your head. Who are you when you have nothing? And losing my car has made me think of that question. Losing my relationship has made me think of that question. Who are you when you have nothing? I can't tell you who I am, if I'm being honest. I couldn't tell you. I'm at a point in my life right now where it's a struggle for me to explain my own identity. You know, I'm just living right now. I'm really going with the flow. I promise you that. Right now, I'm going with the flow and looking inward. Really, which is gonna be something I'm gonna have to break down even more. You know, just going with the flow right now. I feel as though I put a lot of strain on myself with worrying about all these things in my life and never really worrying about what's going on within myself. Because honestly, that's my main focus right now. To understand what's going on within myself. So every external factor that I come across, man, I just go with the flow. I'm flowing like fucking water, bro. I'm flowing like fucking water. Flowing like fucking water. You know? And I bet from what I've noticed for myself, you feel me, like the vibes I bring to this channel, I bring with these videos, you know, like it really is different between outside and inside. You know, when I'm outside, you know, I'm cool. I'm explaining things. I'm bringing down this life shit with a smile on my face. But inside, I feel like I become more somber. I become more mellowed. I become more. Is it clinical? No. Is it? No, it's not senile. It's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. There's like a saddened tone throughout this video and my other one that's in my room, you know? Because like I say, like this room, it holds it holds stuff, man. And I feel like I'm just a polar bear walking in it sometimes, man. Walking back and forth, finding something to do. Or trying to find something to do, or just doing old patterns. This freaking boy ain't respond. I'm not gonna do it because I'm not that desperate for it. It'd be nice though, but that's besides the point. The videos are directly different because I hold a different message, bro. The message is becoming different. When I'm in my room, it's because I'm so sick. I'm checking this time. Okay, there we go. How long has it been? I don't know. When I'm in this room, like, it's because I'm so sick of talking to myself that I have to talk to a camera. Or else unless I feel like I'm going insane. You know? A YouTuber, he said that the greatest tragedy is mediocrity. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with being mediocre. There's nothing wrong with just, you know, not fulfilling everything. But I fight mediocrity, nah. Because when people think of mediocrity, they think of not being great. But I don't think of mediocrity as not being great. I think of mediocre as just not living the life you want to live. Not following your truth and your own personal legend is what I think being mediocre is. You just settling for something below yourself just so you can feel comfortable is what mediocrity is to me. The greatest tragedy is settling. The greatest tragedy is not being able to fulfill the life you want to fulfill. That's the greatest tragedy. I don't want to say give up on yourself, but to give up on your dream is what it is. And that's to give up on your fucking dream. The greatest tragedy is mediocrity. I don't think so. It's wrong being mediocre, not the best. It's completely horrible to not fulfill yourself, though. To go with a life that you completely dislike just because it makes you feel comfortable and safe. You gotta push yourself to the edge so you can really get what you want. I'm done with this video. At least I think I am. I don't know. I could really just rant. Because what I really can do, bro, I can ramble. I can just talk with long pauses and cut the pauses out, but I don't want to do no editing. So I'm not going to do that, bro. I don't want to do no editing. That's the thing. Maybe I should start doing edits. Like this jump cuts between talking points, probably. So I can feel more normal. I got time. I got time. This is my setup, by the way. You guys see that? It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. Look, it's Hawks. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Bye-bye.